Today we are going to start Classroom of Elite Season 2 story, which initiates from Light Novel Volume 4. If you guys are interested, then I'm going to do all the volumes chapter-wise per video. So kindly let me know if you want me to make more of these videos, and of course I'm not going to read every single word from the light novel because it will count as copyright, so I'm basically gonna summarize, or more like explain the volumes. Let's start it, shall we? The prologue starts with Kei Karuizawa's monologue saying that nothing has changed since she entered the school, neither she had intended to change anything. She looks herself in the mirror, feels dizzy, and throws up. She considers herself as weak as a parasite. Chapter 1. 3 days have passed since the deserted island special test. At the moment, students are enjoying themselves on the cruise ship, while Ayano in his mind stated why did he choose this school. It was because of the rule that contact with the outside is forbidden until graduation. For this reason, he is safe from his father. And for this reason, Miss Sai blackmails him to take her class to Class A. Continuing the scene, Hirata invites Ayano for lunch with Kei and her friends. Ayano denies, but Hirata convinced him that it'll be only Hirata and him. On the way to lunch, Hirata asks Ayano how can he get close to Horikita. Ayano tells him that it is not easy to become friends with her, stating the fact that she doesn't even think Ayano is a friend. Next scene, Kei and her friends approaches. Hirata tells them that their lunch plan is cancelled. The girls join in Hirata and pushed Ayano out of the group. Ayano takes his lunch and quietly leaves. In next scene, Ayano encountered Koenji running around naked in his swimming pants. Koenji calls out Ayano and tells him that he was his classmate and now he's gonna be his roommate. Ayano then leaves the awkward conversation. In the next scene, Ayano gets a mail from Airi, so he goes to meet her. Airi asks him for advice about her new roommates, who were Kei's friends, named Shinohara, Ishihashi, and Maizono, and all of them had a bad attitude. During the conversation, Kushida arrived and greets them, where Airi left the conversation. Kushida apologized for the interruption and ran away to meet her friends. But at that moment, both of them got a mail with an announcement that a special examination is being held and the students should gather at their designated rooms at their designated time. The room and time given to Ayano was different than Kushida's, so he sends a message to Horikita in which she replies the same room and time as Kushida's. Ayano arrives at the given room where he finds Class A's homeroom teacher, Mashima, with two classmates named Hideo and Yukimura. There were 2 empty seats left, so Ayano takes his seat. All were waiting for the last student to arrive. At last, she arrived, and it was Kei herself. But she got a penalty for being late. Mashima then began to explain the new special exam in which he says that all the first year students will be divided into groups based on their zodiac signs, and the exam will be conducted in those groups. And the purpose of the exam is to assess their thinking ability. During that, Kei argues with the teacher that she has to be in the same room as the 3 boys, and she prefers to be with Hirata. Yukimura started arguing back with her, in which Ayano intervenes, but Mashima scolds them and told them to get along. Before moving on, I should tell you about Class D students who were distributed in various groups. Pause the video if you want to read. Mashima then gives them a list of members assigned to Rabbit Group and told them to memorize, as they will have to return it as they leave the class. The list mentioned all the students from Class A to Class D who were in the Rabbit Group. Pause the video if you want to read the explanation. Then Mashima told them that they now belong to the group and they have to ignore the class differences now. Then he gave them a paper to memorize explaining the exam, saying that a VIP student will be chosen from each group and there will be 4 outcomes at the end of the exam. Now I've written 4 outcomes that were mentioned in the exam explanation. If you want to read them, kindly pause the video. Mashima also said that the identity of the VIP student and the traitors will not be disclosed by the school after the exam, and plus trying to steal cell phones and etc. to reveal the information will result in expulsion. In the end, Mashima told them their meeting room and time for tomorrow. After that, Yukimura asked them to stay for a chat about the exam, but Kei left to meet Hirata, Hideo left to watch anime, and Ayane Koji left to report back to Horikita and to receive more information from her. In the next scene, Ayane Koji meets Hirata again. They talk about the exam while going to Hirata's meeting location. They saw Horikita talking to Katsuragi, then Kushida came to greet them. After that, Hirata's group went into the meeting room. Ayane Koji wishes him luck and left the scene. Kindly let me know if you want me to explain the next chapter too. Thank you.